live from the Texas Cheerlickers Studios. It's In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
Stop me if you've heard me rant about this before. One of the biggest wasted jobs, one of the biggest con jobs in America is the leaf blower. The leaf blower. Sitting here talking to Luke Cat here before the show started, and I could just hear the dude outside of his apartment. I don't hear it now, thank God, but he'll probably come back. I've dealt with it too whenever we do the show at my spot. The damn leaf blower.
It's actually a great tool.
They show up here. They spend 7 hours blowing these leaves from here over there. They spend forever because I know they're milking the clock. And they'll be back next week, do it all over again. And they tend to come right here by my window and just stand there. And just stand there and stand there and stand there and stand there. What a beating the leaf blower is. F all leaf blowers. If you want to blow your leaves, go buy your own damn leaf blower at Home Depot and blow them. I don't need a dude doing it because I'm telling you, these boys out here are milking the shit out of this job. You know, they don't take 7 hours to do 10 yards. It should take 30 minutes. Anyway, sorry, I'm pissed off already. How we doing?
Mike, shitting on the manual labor early in the morning.
Damn right. If it's wasted time, if it's a waste, yes. We don't need leaf blowers in America. We have a lot of other issues right now. We need to allocate funds to other places. Leaf blower. I got no problem. It's fine if you want to. Sorry, I got to clean dirt off my windshield here. It's fine if you want to blow your leaves out of your yard. But that's just one of those things that this world seems to get along without the leaf blower for about 2,500,000 years. And all of a sudden now in the last 20 years, what a waste of time. Anyway, that's it.
My neighbors have a couple that I'm jealous of because they're able to just get it all in one little spot really quick. But I feel you because it's right by your window. But great tool, but when it's right by your window, it sucks.
So do you like to have leaves out of your yard? See, you're a homeowner. That's the difference. You actually own your house.
No, it's not that I care, but if I had one, I'd use it.
Okay, because you don't want leaves in your yard.
Yeah, no, I pay someone to do my yard work. I don't have time.
My grandma would make my ass rake once a week during the fall.
Bro, that shit is brutal.
There without these,
we all did, and it takes 3 hours.
To go get those heavy duty trash bags, you know, you can fit 2 bodies in if you needed to. Yeah. I'd be out there for 2 or 3 hours raking the damn yard, and it was good exercise. It was good to get some vitamin D. I hated it, but I did it because she made me, and she paid me she gave me an allowance. I just don't think. I think that a lot of these dudes show up out here at this condoplex we live in. And they take way too long to do it because they're fudging the clock is what they're doing. They're pretending it takes that long. It shouldn't take 6 hours. That's my biggest beef. I don't think we need them, but my biggest beef is these boys out here. They're out here all day, and it's just like it's ingrained in my brain. It gets to a point where I don't even notice it anymore.
You're 1,000% right, and the reason why you're 1,000% right is I would milk the clock too. I would definitely milk the clock. I would be out there like, hey man, it's the easiest part of my day, leaf blowing. I would definitely be one of them dudes like, yo man, like I tell the new guy, hey man, when we leaf blow day, we take our time.
And by the way, you a-holes in here in the chat, this has nothing to do with Mexicans. Absolutely nothing.
I love the Hispanics.
Come on, man. It has nothing to do with that. AJ Flores up in Fort Worth says his leaf blower is a white. Probably a jailbird.
Great job, Gapito. That's the first thing you said good in our chat.
Make them work.
I got a white guy that mows my lawn. It makes me feel like I've made it.
Make them work, AJ. Make it work.
Andy Spells in here says leaves are great fertilizer for your yard. I never rake the leaves.
And Andy is a man's man. So if Andy says it, I believe it. Andy looks like the guy that would never pay anybody to do anything at his home. I've known Andy for years. Andy's one of those men we talked about last week that women really like. Like, damn, he put up that fence for him. I'm gonna give him some tonight. Andy's one of those guys.
Andy knows. Andy cleans his own fish with an old school Bowie knife. Sucks out the brain and spits it out like a bag. All right. Good morning. It is in the building. It's 448. That's what number it is from the Texas Cheer Liquor Studios here in San Antonio, Texas. The audio disseminator is Jose Bouquet. You can donate to us if you want to while you jump into the chat and tell me how dumb my opinions are. Feel free to chat me. You can tip us from $1 to $1 million. We'll take them all. You can also buy us a coffee, which no doubt Bouquet will put the link on there to the Buy Me a Coffee link. You can also become a member for as low as $4.99 by going to the YouTube channel and simply clicking the word join and follow the links from there. Welcome Brett C., who became a brand new member.
Thank you, Brett.
Member to our channel today. He will get all of these exclusive shows we do for members only. He will get swag that we give away to members only. And thank you to Brett C. Welcome in here. All right, it is in the building.
Real quick, Mike. Quick punch. Rudy, back the mic away from your face just a touch.
Okay, LG.
Okay.
Sorry, LG.
Just a touch.
Sorry, I got a man's voice.
I know. I feel like I'm inside your nostrils hearing you breathe.
Yo, Andy. LG used to get so mad at me for that.
No, that's all right. We love you still.
LG would text me when we were doing home shows like this. He'd be like, "Move that damn mic out of the screen. It's so in the way. Look at because my mic is huge.
Yeah.
So I try to move it off.
I like that mic. Yeah.
You like that? You like that, Bouquet? There. I'm trying to keep it half off.
Bouquet, so, just so you know, like I was a great big fat, and when I was a great big fat, I was a mouth breather.
Sure.
And I haven't. I'm still a mouth breather. My bad. Let me go through my nostrils.
Okay, Rudy, you were a big fat once upon a time. Huh?
Jesus, you don't have to say it like that.
No, I saw a picture of Rudy post when I was like, "Holy shit, Rudy was a fat ass." He's fat, and now he's skinny as shit. He was a fat ass.
Hey, that's 3 in 30 seconds.
You look great,
but
now.
Lord.
But this is the thing, though, Bookie. Because I'm a Gen Xer, I'm not offended. My feelings aren't hurt. You should never be offended by the truth. You can like my friends, every other sentence. You look like Cedric the Entertainer. You Faison Love. Shut your fat ass up. What the fuck would your fat ass know? Like, that's how my friends talk to me. And it was just like, you're right. I got to do something about it. And it's not fat shaming if you're a fat ass.
My buddies back in my youth would get on the size of my head. I have a giant head. And
what size hat do you wear, Mike, in a fitted? Do you know when last time you had a fitted? 7 1/4?
Too much. Probably an 8. And my head's also real long in the back. It goes way back in the back. I look
Mike,
like E.T.
You do got a dome. I never realized you got a dome.
Giant head. Yeah, you got to see me naked. It looks weird.
Hakeem Elijah dome.
I look like a Macy's Thanksgiving parade naked because I've got this giant thing at the top and I got this weird looking skinny thing in the bottom. These little tiny arms and little skinny ass legs. I look goofy. No, my buddies would get on my ass. How's the weather? Because I had a weather balloon. Is it going to rain later? They would give me jokes about like low flying airplanes would hit me or something. I had to make sure that I crouched everywhere I went because I'd get hit. I used to say my counter was, "Well, I got a big brain," but it didn't do justice to. I was the butt of the big head joke. Bouquet, I can't imagine what they got on you about. Probably being so tiny.
Well, he's a millennial. They're soft.
What'd you get?
You guys have seen my football picture, right?
Yeah. You look like the mascot.
Yeah, exactly. I was a little boy. My mom used to call me Tweety because I had a big fat head and a little ass body. Just pick your variety of things. Late circumcisions, whatever you want to make fun of.
Late circumcisions. We wouldn't even know that. You just want to share that with us all. That's the thing. Like Jose's one of those dudes. He wants to get bagged on, which is why he shares the most intimate things about himself.
How old were you when you got it snipped?
It's funny enough, Snips is one of my nicknames and around the Pub Sports Radio people. I think I was like 7, 8, 10 years old, around there.
Traumatizing.
I remember life pre and post.
You're supposed to get that done right at birth, like a good Jew. Come on, man.
Well, unfortunately,
circumcised.
My father wanted to keep the tradition going, and I said, nay, I guess.
That is the thing that I agree with the Jewish faith the most on. A bris, is that what you call that? Where they snip the skin off there, this foreskin, and they let your mushroom out? I wouldn't want, and no offense to anybody, I'm glad I got to snip it at birth. I can't imagine how traumatized. Why didn't they do it at birth? Because you were in Venezuela and all the doctors were drunks and hooked on pills?
I guess so.
It had to have been a Venezuelan thing.
And then I'm guessing because she was giving you baths until you were 7, she got tired of the smell and was like, I'm gonna snip him because it smells so bad.
We could get graphic. I can tell you exactly why it happened when it did, but it did happen later in life. And I remember pre and post. Like AOD is a Pub Sports Radio guy. People call me John Claude Wesley Snips. So.
Oh, okay. Because you've told this story to those dudes before. Welcome in here to our Pub Sports Radio people.
And I was almost a John Claude as well.
So what did you get, like dirt down in there?
Was it cottage cheese or what?
Didn't know how to clean it out properly?
No, it just wouldn't. You guys want to ask, fine. It just wouldn't go back anymore.
It covered up. Oh, you couldn't get the tamale out of the husk. Is that
the Red Rocket couldn't get out of the tube. So then they had to snip that off, and then of course I was allergic to some medicine they gave me. So of course we had the infection as well.
Yeah, would you get like a what do you call a UTI? Is that what you got?
No. It was like a skin infection because I was allergic to whatever they gave me.
Good Lord, man!
But you should have had a boner by 7. I don't know. I'm confused.
I had a few, but apparently not enough.
That's called.
Wait a minute. Did you get boners by 7?
Of course.
First time you ever got one. You remember?
It was elementary, and I was weirded out.
My mom told me about mine. They were watching Miss Universe because that's the only thing Venezuela is good at: baseball and Miss Universe pageants.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a swimsuit section, and I told my mom that my pee-pee grew up.
I want me some glory hole.
So that was mine.
How old were you? Do you remember?
I was probably like 2-3 years old.
Wow. Okay. I don't know when my first one was.
Mine was
remember.
Early.
I have my earliest memory of having one. It was in the summer of 1983. I want to say, so that would have made me 8. And I was watching TV. I was watching MTV back when they had videos, and it was Madonna. You know what? It wasn't MTV. It was on American Bandstand. Remember, that's Soul Train for White People with the great Dick Clark. Are you ready? Remember Dick Clark? And so Dick threw to this new hot thing called Madonna. So Madonna shows up, probably 19, 20 years old. Got these 2 dancers on the other side of her. And she does a song called Lucky Star. You must be my lucky star.
I love that song.
And I thought, I'm like, oh my God. And I had never been told that was possible. And I went and told my grandmother, and I'm like, what is that? And she just mortified, and she's like, it's natural. Don't worry about it. And I'm like, I thought it was going to stay that way. I got scared. I'm like, holy shit. I was like that. I felt like I was getting like one of those, like, what is it? The Viagra, like, if your erection lasts more than 4 hours, consult your doctor. I thought that was there for good. I was like, how am I going to put pants on every day? How am I going to hide this from people? But it was Madonna. First time I ever remember having one of those things. And thank God I was circumcised, so I didn't get a UTI or nothing. My little German army helmet was nice and free.
I kind of wish I didn't get it because from my experience in porn, the ant
but wait a minute, your experience in porn?
No, watching.
Oh, okay.
The anteaters are huge.
I don't know that. I think it's just guys that are
grow in there. Does it grow in there?
No, like an incubator.
No, those dudes got hired to do porn, so it doesn't matter if you're snipped or not. They've got big rods anyway. I'm sure there's some little tiny mushrooms that are Still
That now
fucking
it
up.
now imagine having the anteater
Mhm.
and it ain't big. That's like your
Mhm.
life
That's
sucks, bro.
tough.
Yeah.
I had half the experience, so I got half the size I was supposed to, and then I just said no mas. You know.
I hope we're not going to depress anybody in the chat that.
I
or
know.
people
I'm sorry.
listening.
Well, I
Oh,
think
but
the
gee, I
like,
guess I'm just a freak. No, you're not.
I don't think the Catholics, which in this city is mostly Latino,
Mhm.
I don't think they do. I think
Are you sure?
so. I don't think Hispanics get circumcised, bro.
I've not been in a room with a lot of naked erect dongs, so I can't attest to that.
I haven't either. I'm saying like I don't know.
I am
A
confirmed
woman
the
needs
Hispanic
a woman
that
can
didn't,
a woman
so.
can confirm that or not, probably. What's that, Bouquet?
I'm a Hispanic that was not circumcised at birth, so I do count to the demographics, I guess.
I don't think it's a Latino thing. I think it's a Catholic thing. But I'm not an expert on it. I don't know
Well,
men's schlongs, but
Mhm.
I think Catholics don't believe in circumcising.
Well, the only people that would know are gay men and Mexican women in this city. We should do a survey. Just walk around asking Mexican women about that. In your experience, what percent were SNP?
No.
We have volunteers though. We have volunteers. Raul
Who?
says, "I am. My wife loves it."
I am what?
I am what? Not cut?
Circumcised, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Look,
And
Ja
our guy,
Brown.
yeah, here he says, "I'm brown and not cut." Hashtag Team Foreskin or just Team Skin.
Thin skin. Okay, shout out to
Little
John. Shout
Forzy.
out, Holmes. Shout out. Yeah, no offense. I don't know. I mean, to each their own. I didn't even, as a kid, that's the other thing, just innocent childhood shit. I didn't know that you got snips because I got it at birth. I didn't know that I was probably 13, 14 that there was a such
Me
thing
either.
as a
Me
tamale
either.
that still had the husk on
Me
it. I
either,
didn't know
Mike.
that. I had
Me
no
either.
idea. Yeah.
Me either.
Well, Bouquet just outed himself. He snips henceforth, I'm sure.
Yep,
So
whatever you want to
snips.
call me.
Y'all want to start the program?
Yeah, let's do that. We're only 20 minutes in, and it's
Oh,
long talk.
it is what it is. This is a great opportunity right here to mention the great Jay Ribaldo. My
Damn,
man Jay, we got statisticals and everything with him today.
Jay's
So
not
every month,
snip.
Jay will. Oh, be careful. Jay will send us. He's Catholic.
Oh, he ain't snip.
So, wait, I thought you said the Catholics. Oh, they don't or they do.
They don't.
Okay, again, I don't know.
Sorry, Jay.
I don't have any confirmation on that. I do know that Jay he just listed a beautiful home up in Bull Verde. So we drove up to Fort Worth last weekend, and I drive every time I go up 281, which is every few months or so. It continue. You just see the development when you're not up there. When you only drive that way every 2 to 3, 4 months, you're able to see the development. What's going on in Bull Verde right now? I mean, it's going to look like Stone Oak here in 5 years, if not less.
We just
Business
keep going
is
out,
done.
Mike. We just keep going
Yeah, man.
out.
Mhm.
Yeah. They just keep getting
There
away
is-
from us brown folks.
Well, that's your opinion, sir. Yeah, well, or
They're
the brown
coming.
folk.
Helen, they're coming. We got to go to Bull Verde.
Well, it's reversed now. All the whites are moving back to the inner city and forcing the brown man into the hinterland. So maybe you can
Say it
find
louder.
you a cheap house out in
Let me
Bull
Troy
Verde.
Aikman it.
Look at your Troy Aikman hands. 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath home. It's in Bull Verde, great curb appeal, spacious 3-car garage in the highly desirable Johnson Ranch community in Bull Verde, Texas. Just got listed on Jay's website for $449,000. That's $1 million home in Travis County. It's less than half that in Bull Verde. So to look at Jay's listings, it is Ribaldo.com. We still here in Bexar County, still the median home is only $305,000. You
Nice.
ain't living it. You living in the hood in Dallas or
Oh
Austin
God,
for that. Yeah, you ain't
Yeah.
living in Bull Verde.
that's
the average
a
median house.
gentrified price. That's a gentrified price in Dallas.
Oh, for sure, and that's a 1-bedroom,
Right.
or a loft. So we are still one of the white hot areas or brown hot. Sorry, Rudy. I didn't mean that to be racist. We're hot, baby, when it comes to the real estate market, and Jay Ribaldo's our guy. Email him, jribaldo@kw.com, or reach out to one of us. We will put you in touch with Jay right quick. All right. It is time for What You Watching Wednesday. We always get to this late. Sometimes we forget. I wanted to start today with that. So let's get into it. It is in the building on Love You Hard TV. Don't we have a sounder for What You Watching Wednesday?
It's time for What You Watching Wednesday on In the Building.
All right, who wants to go first here?
You go.
Me go?
I'm looking for something.
Rudy's got a blackout. You're looking for something? Okay.
Yeah, it's a send a Buki. Go ahead.
All right, I got two quickies. Watched episode 1 of season 2 of The Great Landman.
Oh, you did? How was it?
Last night. Have y'all not seen it yet?
No.
Just popped out on Paramount Plus or whatever that is. All right, so similar thoughts. Like it very, very much. Actually, I love it's like Landman. Let's say you had 10 tests in a semester, and you had 9 A's.
Okay.
But then you had a 50.
Oh,
That's
shit.
Landman. Landman, I'm going to give it a 95. That's episode 1. We're going to watch all of them. You know, we'll see. I want to evaluate the entire body of work at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Episode 1, we watched it last night, and I love everything about it except one thing.
What's that?
I love the plot. I love the characters. I love the storylines. The acting is unbelievable. The great Sam Elliott is in this season playing Tommy's dad. We saw him last night. He was brilliant. It's all filmed in my hometown, so it's cool to sightsee watching it. TCU is a major player in episode 1.
Really?
Which is super cool. And I'll give it a 95. I'm not saying don't watch it. I still cannot get around the women in this series. Taylor Sheridan, Fort Worth's own Taylor Sheridan, the creator of this show.
What you think is they're over sexualized? I remember you saying
Yes, his depiction of women is just fucking 1950s. They all have to be hot and have fake tits and ass and fake hair.
But do these landmen think like that though? Is that where he's coming from?
Well,
is that where he's writing this from? I'm
Billy
trying to
Bob,
get into his mind.
No. I know lots of landmen. It's the portrayal of women, and not just the hypersexualization of them. They're all real vulnerable, and they're all crazy. All the women, and this is Yellowstone too, by the way. All of the women in Taylor Sheridan's shows are crazy. And I always have to fight through that part because I don't like women like that. I don't like hypersexualized women like that. And last season, he had a teenage daughter, and
she was walking around naked. She was in boy shorts.
Yes, or she's banging a dude at school, and we have to see these graphic.
No, she told that dude. Remember the line? The craziest line from season 1 was, Billy Bob asked her, "Hey, honey, are you protecting yourself?" She was like, "Dad, I told him he can, come anywhere on me, just not in me." And I'm like, "Wait, she's in high school,
17-year-old."
Yeah, I was like, "What?" Yeah,
so
go ahead, Mike.
You got to fight through the horrific portrayal of women by Taylor Sheridan.
Damn.
And they drive me, and I hate them. There's one badass chick in this series, and it's Paulina Chavez from San Antonio.
You talking about the lawyer?
No, the Mexicana who's dating Tommy's son.
Oh, yes, she's cool.
Yeah, she's great. San Antonio's own Paulina Chavez, I think is her name. Outside of her, the portrayal of all the other women in that series, it's awful. It's awful. So you got to fight through that. But it's a great show. Even Demi Moore's character, she's now the owner of the company.
Wait, Demi Moore's in it?
Yeah, she was in it last season. That's Demi Moore. You just couldn't tell because of all of the work she's had done on her face.
Oh shit, it is Demi Moore. Okay, go ahead.
She looks like Courtney Cox.
Yes,
from Friends.
That's I thought. No, me and Anna were watching that, thinking that's Courtney Cox. We were like, "Oh, that's Courtney Cox."
Oh, they clearly have the same plastic surgeon in L.A. because they look alike. But no, that's Demi Moore. Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. And even her,
I learned that
her
today.
Character last night. It's just just the way women in that series believe that they need to be in order to get ahead or have anything or be happy. It's very superficial. It's very shallow. And I hate that part. I didn't like that about Yellowstone either. And I love Yellowstone.
What's her husband's name I know he passed on the show, but what's her husband's name in real life? He's one of my favorite actors.
Oh, former UT great, John Hamm.
I love him.
Yeah.
I love him as an actor. I was worried about this, and you can speak to this more than me, Mike. Speaking of Yellowstone, I never watched Yellowstone, but a lot of people that were in love with it felt like after season 1, it wasn't any good. And so I was worried about that being invested in Landman. I was like, okay, is this going to fall off? Like a lot of the Yellowstone people said Yellowstone fell off after season 1. So you don't no drop off in episode 1. Okay.
Yellowstone didn't fall off till the last season. It was horrible. When they never should have kept going after on a blank. After Kevin Costner left the show.
Oh yeah, should have ended it.
It's Kevin fucking Costner. He's the whole show's about him. And you have to kill him off because Taylor's arrogance. And, Taylor Sheridan is not a dude I probably would want to party with too much. Because his ego got the better of him, and he wound up letting Kevin Costner leave the show, and they never should. The last season was dog shit. Total terrible shit. But I liked all of it until then. I just hate the way they depict women. I love the plot, the acting. The city, the music's great. Turnpike Troubadour, some of my favorite music's all over this thing. Sam Elliott. But man, I can do without the melodrama and the bullshit surrounding the two female characters that are his wife and daughter. Just drives me nuts. You'll see when you watch episode 1.
Okay.
You'll see. But it's great. I'm going to keep watching it. It's never going to be a 100. It's going to be a 90 to 95 as long as those women are portrayed that way. What you watching, man?
Bookie, give me that graphic. So right now, I've just been watching a lot of sports, so I haven't gotten into anything. I did start the Netflix Frankenstein, but it was late, so I went to sleep, but I'm enjoying that. But here, Mike, are the most watched shows right now.
Okay.
You got I guess, is that Peacock, All Her Fault? I don't know what Death by Lightning is, but a lot of people are watching it. Tulsa King, my brother-in-law is huge into that. I've never started that.
Isn't that Taylor Sheridan too? I think it is.
Is it? Damn.
Yeah, that guy's ridiculous. I mean, I don't want to bag on him. I just hate the way he portrays women.
So right now,
I've heard Pluribus is very good on Apple TV, number 4. Yeah. I've heard that's very good.
And then Nobody Wants This season 2. Almost 400 million people are watching.
And all that's women.
This brings up a topic that you and I discuss a lot, Mike. When you see these numbers, you got 2 billion people watching something that's called All Her Fault. In their chones with their snacks on their couch.
Yes, sir.
If you got 2 billion people, and then this list together combines probably almost 4 billion people. You got 4 billion people that are choosing to stay home. So I don't know if some of these movies that we've talked about recently are flops, or it's just like ever since COVID, it's got to be something that we really, 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 really want to see. To get up, drive, and go spend $100 to go to the movies. I got 4 billion people right here in front. That's the only reason I put this graphic up.
Yeah.
So I don't know if these movies, because I know the new Sydney Sweeney movie, where she's a boxer, she's portraying a boxer.
Supposed to be awesome.
They're saying it flopped. And that's why a lot of these these studios, Mike, are like, okay, we're going to give y'all 3 weeks. Then we're going to sell this shit to Amazon.
Yeah.
Because you got 4 billion people that would rather watch it in their chones under a blanket, farting and laughing with their partner. So it's a tough spot for these studios to be in.
Yeah, we've been to the movies about 5 times this year, and we've had the theater to ourselves all 5 times. And
really
good movies, yeah. Because I don't like those. I don't like all of the superhero movies, which is 80% of what you get in Hollywood now. I like film. I like movies. I like plots about people's lives. Like The Rock. The Rock. He played the old UFC fighter. What was it? The Smashing Machine. Yeah, supposed to be incredible. It's supposed to be amazing. Rock's supposed to be incredible. I haven't seen it yet, but it was no one saw it. No one sees it unless it's got Captain America or Thor or make-believe supernatural superhero shit. No one watches the movies anymore. But yeah, you just see it right there. That All Her Fault. I think we are going to get to that at some point. It's cashed in it's cached in there, cashed into the TV. Now, did you watch Succession?
No, and I got 3 or 4 buddies that told me, Rudy, you would love Succession.
You would. So one of the main characters from Succession plays the daughter of the media mogul. She's the lead character in this Author Fall. So we're probably going to get to that at some point, but not yet. We haven't gotten to it. I'm too busy. We watched Landman last night, so we'd like to watch about 2 things at a time. So. And I've been catching up on Curb Your Enthusiasm so much lately.
Oh
too.
yeah,
25 years behind. I know I'm 25 years late on Curb, and
That's how I was with Breaking Bad. That's how I was with Breaking Bad, and I was so mad at myself. But yeah, great show.
Yeah, great show. Tri-City Payne Associates, brother. They bring us this part of the show. If you are in need of rehab. I'm not even going to, it says in the notes, if you need to get back on the field, I don't know what field our people need to get back on. We got some young beer league softball players in here, whatever it might be. Hell, walking is hard for a lot of our guys these days. Okay. But no matter what it is, if you got chronic issues, neck pain, back pain, butt pain, booty pain, foot pain, whatever it might be, get your ass into a Tri-City Payne Associates, the official rehab specialist in the building. They'll help you recover right so you can get back in whatever game it is you're trying to get back in safely. Every patient, every time, excellence without exception. It is Tri-City Payne Associates, offices in San Antonio, of course, Austin, Corpus, Dallas, Fort Worth. It is Tri-City Payne Associates. The local number, 210-756-5628. I'm going to make an appointment for myself once and for all. Once I get back from New York, I got to get this shoulder looked at. I got to.
When you go, let me know. I'm going with you.
Okay, cool. I've got to get this shoulder.
And Bookie's coming, and we're going to roll on it.
I've had shoulder pain for 2.5 years. Ever since I wiped out freaking Hawaii out there acting like I was Aquaman, who effed up my shoulder.
Oh, my shoulder hurts.
Yeah, I know.
You're such an old shamer, bro.
Your ass wouldn't have been able to get the paddle off the beach. At least I got out there until I wiped out and hurt myself.
Bookie acts like he's not going to get old one day, man.
I can't wait. You will. Andy Spell, the aforementioned Andy's in the building. Thanks, man. $9.99 he just contributed. Can't wait to watch season 2 of Landman. Billy Bob is amazing. Yeah, Billy Bob's absolutely phenomenal.
I forgot how much I like Billy.
I don't want to focus on how I feel about the portrayal of the women every time we talk about Landman. It's an awesome show. I just know that's the part that I hate.
Yeah.
I can't stand that part. I have to fight through the scenes with the women. It's an ass whip. But the rest of it's just absolutely phenomenal.
But his wife, the lady who plays his wife, she aged well. She looks great.
Well, she did. She did age well. And it's funny because her name's Allie Larder, and she lives on a ranch in Idaho with her family, husband and kids. And she did this long thing not long ago, Hollywood Reporter or one of these Hollywood rags, and basically said she's the absolute opposite of that character in real life. But
she lives in Idaho. That says all you need to know.
Well, but she defends Taylor Swift's portrayal of her, and I wouldn't be doing it if I thought it was detrimental to women or whatever. Yeah, okay, whatever. But it is. I just can't. Again, I don't want to focus on that shit too much. But anyway, yeah, Allie Larder, she's been around a while. Rogie is in the building. Thank you, man, for the $5 donator. First time I masturbated.
Jesus.
Contractions scared me. I was 10, and I am uncut, and every girl loves it. Grower, not a shower. Damn YouTube censor. He can't write what he wants to, so he had to clean it up.
See, that's like 3 Latinos that ain't cut.
Well, he's not just the girl that stayed with him. He's every girl he's ever been with. Oh, okay. Oh, Bill, my man.
That's not true.
Every single one of them. I left them bitches asleep. Yes, sir.
By the way, that's Mike Gundy, right?
What's that? That drop?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is your boy. That's the 40-year-old ball coach. What's he doing these days?
He's making
spending money.
Hype. He's making hype videos for the Oklahoma State club hockey team. That's what he's doing.
Really?
Yeah, he made it. Go buy some tickets for the Oklahoma hockey team.
No shit. That's hilarious.
Well, he
got hockey hair.
Yeah, he can be himself on Outkick now.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not a
Mike,
pundit over there.
Yeah, he ought to go work with Travis. What's his face? Or was it Clay Travis?
Clay
Yeah.
Travis.
God,
He's
is
an
that guy
asshole.
still alive?
Dude, Clay Travis is and not for me, but Clay Travis is a big dog.
I haven't thought about him in years because he left and went to political radio, and I don't
It pays
have any
more.
time. Yeah, I'm sure. All right, I wanted to do this real quickly. I don't want to spend too much time on it if we can help it, and we'll see how things go. So I thought, I don't like to overreact each and every week. I don't want to go big picture every damn week. Are the Chiefs no longer the team to beat in the AFC? What does this victory mean for Pittsburgh? I don't love all that, but I have a trade scenario for both of you. Wanted to see what you would think on this. All right, you ready for this? All right, I'm going to offer you enough cash to at least franchise tag George Pickens. Okay, I'm going to offer you. You're gonna get a number 1 draft pick. Okay, you're going to get Kenny Clark, and you're going to get Quinnen Williams. All right, so you're going to get Quinnen Williams, Kenny Clark, and his murder face, a number 1 draft pick, and enough money left over to franchise tag George Pickens from Micah Parsons. Will you do that deal? Will you give me Micah for all those things I just offered you?
Every day and twice on Sunday. The only thing, but I'm going to nitpick it. And this is the fault of the NFLPA or the NFL players. Yeah, the NFLPA. Because they're the weakest, because they have so many guys to pay that they have to get back to work, that they sign off on a thing that says a guy can be franchise tagged for up to 3 years. I would hate that for Pickens. That's just that side of it. But would I do the trade to stay on topic? Absolutely. Absolutely. But yes, that's probably going to happen. They're probably going to franchise him, and that sucks for Pickens. But I'd do that trade all day long. And if that's how it works out, Mike, I'll give Jerry an A.
Yeah, I mean, and we'll check back in a month. If the Packers win the Super Bowl and Mike has got 2 sacks in the game, and I mean, we can always reevaluate later. But
it's but see that I don't
no
that to me
brainer
that to me is I don't care if the Packers could go back to back. I would still, if it plays out the way you set it up, it's still an A for Jerry.
Right. You're right about that, because the Cowboys had to make the best decision for them in the now and in the future. Yeah.
And he can't come to your division. Or if not, they get a number 1 pick. So then it's an A+.
Right. Just because your ex-wife has a great new life don't mean y'all still shouldn't have gotten divorced.
That mic drop.
Okay. All right. That's
great. That's a great analogy. That's a great analogy. And it's an A for Jerry if it works out that way. And I do think they're going to franchise tag George Pickens, because right now they're behind Puka and Devontae Adams.
Yep.
And it's close. And it's close, but they're only better because they have Matthew Stafford. But I think Pickens and Bryant, if they're not the best duo, they're second best. So I don't know how you let Pickens walk.
CD and Pickens. Yes. Yeah.
They're the second best wide receiver duo behind Adams and Puka Nacua. How do I say his name? I don't want to disrespect his family. Am I saying it right? Puka.
Sure.
Well, the Hawaiian kid that plays. Yeah, Nacua, him. Them two they're probably the best because they have Matthew Stafford, but I really, honestly, in my heart, I feel like Pickens and Lamb are the best wide receiver combo in the league.
Right. We live in this society where you have to have a massive opinion over everything you hear every day.
Yeah.
Oh, a terrible decision. That's horrible. That's horrible. Why would you possibly trade a number 1 pick for Quinnen Williams when your defense is terrible? He don't make you great right now. He made him pretty good the other night, and they played the Raiders, but he was pretty damn good the other night.
He's been good.
He's been good all year. We don't let anything. He's been good for 5 years. We don't let shit play out. We always have to have an opinion right now. This is my definitive opinion. This is how it is. This is horrible. Why don't you let some shit play out for a month or so? Looking back as to right now, and it's only the 19th of November, and Dallas is still under 500. The Cowboys made the right decision for them in the now and in the future.
I don't think it's debatable, but we can debate it. But to me, it's not debatable.
Yeah, and provided they keep the other number one they have left over from the trade. Let's see who they pick in the draft next year, because they're going to have Green Bay's pick. It'll probably be in the 20s, so it's still a number one freaking pick. It's probably going to be a decent player. Just saying. By the way, I know we all love George Pickens right now, too. Going back to my point about let's try not to get caught up in the moment. We all love George Pickens. You know, he's still the same guy that Mike Tomlin gave up on, which is right now, Mike don't look great.
He's a guy that got suspended for the first series of a game.
Yeah, the other night because he was late.
He's taking some stupid 15-yard penalties.
He had one the other night, jumping on the goalpost. I can live with that on occasion. And you know he's fired up he wants to prove the Steelers wrong. He's in a contract year, so you would think he'd be at his best, of course. But he's got a great chemistry with Dak. He is freeing up CD because CD has been just completely annihilated physically the last 2 years. It's been nice to have him over there for CD. But this is still there's a freaking salary cap thanks to the NFL Players Union, who gets their ass kicked every time there's a negotiation. There's a tight salary cap. At this point, they may have to make a decision just to let Pickens out, just go.
Damn.
You know, but if it's in the greater good. Ryan Flournoy, every time.
I love him.
Dude can play, man.
I like him a lot.
He ain't Pickens.
No.
But he ain't going to cost me $25 million next season. George Pickens is.
Now, this is the thing. Jerry's got a decision to make. Does Jerry want to be the good guy and say, hey, man, hit the open market. Mm-hmm. Go get your money. Go take care of your family. Or does Jerry say, hey, man, this is business, and I'm a franchise tag you? But now, when you're franchise tag, you still have to be – your yearly salary has to be within the top 3 or 5 of the salary. Mm-hmm. So, right now, it's probably like you said, Mike. So, it's going to be 1 year at minimum that you got to pay him, probably $28 million, which is a lot. But if your boy Flournoy keeps doing what he's doing, it makes that decision easier. So, that's a great point.
Yeah. Hey, I may not even be here in a year. I don't give a fuck. Franchise his ass. Jerry's 84.
It's business.
I like George Pickens too, but I don't want to overreact on that either. Like Des Bryant went on this Twitter rant Sunday night or Monday night. They have got to extend this man right now. I'd give him an extension right now. Now, wait a minute. We have to be patient in this world we live in. I know none of us want to be, and it's hard to be, but you have to be. That was a great trade the Cowboys made.
Yeah. And Dez also
jury out on Pickens. Anyway, sorry.
Dez also said that he would choose legacy over the money when talking about Pickens, meaning Pickens, hey man, stay a Cowboy for a little less. And people had to remind Dez that Dez fought tooth and nail for his money. Guys get their money and they forget, like, hey man, Pickens hasn't got that big deal that you got. So I get where Dez is coming from, but what is the legacy? Are they winning the Super Bowl if he stays, or is Dez just saying, hey man, it's nothing like being a Cowboy?
The money that George can make off the field by staying will make up for any money he won't get off the field if he goes to, I don't know, Cincinnati or I don't know, Miami or somewhere. I don't know. It's just being a Cowboy for the individual player, it's a no-brainer. You ain't gonna win, but you're gonna be on Monday night 4 times a year. Your Q rating is gonna go through the roof. You're gonna get
sleep numbers gonna give you money. Old Spice, sleep,
absolutely.
Yeah, all of it. Yeah. Anyway,
Dak makes 49, I think, this year in salary from the Cowboys. Okay. He'll make double that in off the field endorsements. Double. Granted, he's the quarterback, but still, there's a lot to go around for the Cowboys wide receivers. CD's been on commercials lately. I've noticed he's got a couple of new ones.
Yeah.
All right. Slackers, the annual blanket drive is coming again for Slackers. You can donate a new blanket of any size and receive a raffle ticket for a chance to win one of several prizes. Holiday beer pong tournament coming up too. We talk about this all the time. Slackers always has stuff going on. All of them.
Yeah, this is gonna be the night at Slackadoches, the home of the beer pong tournaments. Those beer pong tournaments get for real. But if you are in the area, let's say you don't want to go play beer pong, you don't drink, you don't party, whatever, go at least donate, a couple of those, wash them. Go donate a couple of those old blankets you got in your house. that, you know, somebody's about to get cold, I think, for somebody that's in need of them that may have gone through some hard times. So annual blanket drop tonight. Go drop off a couple blankets at Slackers, Nacogdoches, and let them know In the Building sent you.
Here's another major knee jerk I've noticed the last week, especially after Monday night. Oh, let CD go. We're good. George Pickens is clearly the Cowboys' number one. Oh, yeah. Kenny's in here now. I would trade CD and sign Pickens. Are you a crazy man? George Pickens has been here for 2 months.
I wouldn't do that. I ain't going that far. I like him, but I ain't going that far.
Let's not see. That's an example of overreacting in the moment. CeeDee Lamb's been here 4 years. He's a warrior. He earned his money. He's as tough as it gets. He's as consistent as it gets. There's no future in Dallas, certainly not the next 2 to 3 years, that does not include CeeDee Lamb. So let's not even go down that route. It's Pickens. If Pickens is back next year, great, but CD ain't going nowhere. CD's going to remain right where he's at. Just saying. Pickens is great. But again, he just got here. It's been 2 months. The Steelers gave up on him. He's in a contract year. How many times over the years do we see athletes ball out their contract year and they get paid and all of a sudden the production goes way down? Also, defenses are still getting acquainted with the Cowboys offense too, with George Pickens in it. Just let the season play out, not overreact and say crazy things like let's trade CeeDee Lamb and let him go.
Nah, I ain't doing that. Not yet.
I ain't doing that. All right, last night, the new college football poll is out. And if the playoffs were to start today, Miami would be in, which they don't deserve. Tulane would make the playoffs if it were to start tonight. A team that UTSA beat 3 weeks ago. If it started today, Tulane would make the postseason.
So
go ahead. And would get their ass kicked by whoever they play. How stupid.
Yeah, that don't make much sense to me, Mike.
Zero.
But I think the one that makes, and I hate to keep picking on these guys. I feel like because they're so rich and they have their own network and they don't have to play a conference. I hate picking on Notre Dame, but when you go and break down Notre Dame's schedule and what they've done, no conference championship, they've beaten a bunch of teams where their combined record is like 8-48.
Yep.
And because they travel well, the committee puts all this into factors because these stadiums got to make their money. I hate to keep picking on Notre Dame, Mike, but at some point, we got to force them to be in a conference or something has to change.
Agree.
Something's got to change with the Domers. It's almost not fair. And I'm not saying they don't have a good product. I'm not saying that they're bums. I'm not saying they're Tulane, but it's just not fair. It's not fair because some of those games on the schedule that used to be like, oh shit, well, yeah, Notre Dame's not in the conference, but look at it. Some of those teams suck now. You know, your USC's and your Stanfords or whatever. Like there was a time where it was like, oh, damn, Notre Dame got to go to Stanford. Notre Dame got to go to the Coliseum. That doesn't exist anymore, and it's almost unfair. It's almost as unfair as Tulane getting in, a team that got beat by UTSA.
Yeah, it's wonky right now, and they got to change it, and they're going to. And I don't know why they never should have done it this way in the first place. Where because Notre Dame has that freaking symbol, they just get all the benefit of the doubt. But then you stick a team in there that shouldn't be even close to being in Tulane. It's bullshit. Even and by the way, credit to Tulane's coach John Sumrall. He said yesterday, so they're in the top 25. They're like, what, 24 or something like that? Sumrall said last night, I'm not sure if we should be in the bottom 25. We're so inconsistent. There ain't no way we're a top 25 team. Good on John Sumrall. He called bullshit on this. Playoff team, I'm not even sure if we probably are closer to the bottom. He said we're probably closer to the bottom 25 than the top 25.
I know the
coach would say that. I'm good for him, man.
Knowing you, I know your answer to this question, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Would you be saying the same if it was the Runners?
Absolutely.
Okay. I knew that was your answer, but I asked for the audience because I would feel the same too, Mike, but I wouldn't be too upset. But because it's good to know that there's something to work toward. Okay. Oh, y'all are going to let the AAC in? So then my guy Traylor has a shot. Now, obviously, this isn't the team, but 3 years ago, Frank Harris is in a playoff. If we had 12 at that time when Jeff was kicking ass and going 12-0 or 11-1. So whatever.
Yeah. I think North Texas is better than Tulane.
They are.
By the way, that's Chad Morris is probably going to get a bigger job. Traylor would take the UNT job, I think.
You think?
Remember what I said about Jeff? It ain't these big schools. You need to be you Roadrunners need to be worried about the schools that lose their coach coming down here and poaching Jeff. UNT's got way more money than UTSA. Tulane's got way more money than UTSA.
And both of those guys are probably gone, Mike. So that worries.
Probably. We'll see. But good on Summerall. That was very honest. See, back to your point about would you be saying that if it were UTSA? That is the worst coaching in the planet from a PR standpoint and a recruiting standpoint. Shit. Right. Top 25, we're closer to the bottom 25. Calling his own team out. But I love the honesty and I appreciate it. But they need to fix this shit. They need to ameliorate what flaws this poll right now because it's not worth shit.
And let's hope this thing, the Rubik's Cube of the bracket switches, because right now, after Tech would demolish Tulane, they'd be going to play Georgia and their season would be over. But so let's hope this Rubik's Cube moves and Tech.
It will.
A&M, our dream matchup, because Charlie brought up, our dream matchup is getting to see Tech play A&M.
Yes, that's what I'm hoping.
But this Rubik's Cube is going to move. We got rivalry week coming up. I mean, hell, A&M almost lost South Carolina, so we're far from done. We're having fun with the bracket, but we're far from done. It's going to switch up probably a couple more times.
Texas dropped down to 17, which is where they should have been before last week. Come on, man. The Longhorns. There ain't no way. But you talk about a logo that gets the benefit of the doubt. If Texas wins the next two, they may get in. They shouldn't, but they might because they're Texas. They might. It's the same thing for Notre Dame. If they beat A&M, Texas may make the playoffs with 3 losses, and that would be unfair.
Yeah.
Speaking of law, I wanted to run this by you. So, the other day we talked about this yesterday. It was Desmond Howard the other night when he was taking his trash out. He's literally at his house taking his trash out in the backyard. He pops his phone on and he goes on there and he said essentially that it would not shock him to see UT and Sark part ways here in a few weeks or whenever the season comes to an end.
Okay.
And Chris Del Conte, the athletic director of Texas, called out Desmond Howard kind of like, that's news to me, ha, 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 and gave him a goofball emoji or whatever, which is silly. Desmond Howard never just throws shit against the wall.
That's not his. You don't have. He's a millionaire without having to do that. So if he did it, he got it from a credible source.
Absolutely. So, did some more reading on this matter yesterday. Did some thinking on this. So, and this probably has nothing to do with it, but fun fact: Desmond Howard and Steve Sarkisian have the same agency. Just saying.
What?
Yeah, same agent. Maybe Sark's going to the NFL.
I think that's highly more likely than a college job because there's not a better college job than the UT. So it's got to be pro level.
And that would be where Desmond didn't say they're going to fire him. He just said they're going to agree to mutually part ways. Sark may have his eyes on the NFL. And I was thinking about this yesterday. I was talking to a couple buddies about this yesterday. Why in the world would a guy that has as much money as Steve Sarkisian currently has want to coach in college if an NFL job was available?
He would.
Because, and you and I have talked about this some before, it's not because, he wants to go coach on the highest level of football. He wants to be able to sleep at night. Head football coach in college right now is the worst fucking job in America.
It's the worst.
You're putting in 90-hour work weeks. You barely have time to coach because you're dealing with the dipshits now that are all up in your shit with NIL and portal and money and agents and all this kind of thing. Constantly shipping new kids in and out. Constantly in the news for bullshit. It's just the stuff you have to put up with. I think we're on the precipice here of something huge. I mean, we are the future of college football coaching. Any guy worth his salt, why would you? It's almost like why would you run for a political office right now?
Never.
we're going to be left here, and if they don't change and start putting some regulation into the portal, into the NIL, into what they're paying kids, if they don't get some new rules on paper, we're going to be left. The only people that are going to want to coach in college are going to be narcissists like Lane Kiffin, or young dudes just looking to cash in. If you're Chad Morris and you get offered, I don't know, let's just say LSU hires Chad Morris. You just set your family up forever. Well, you don't want to spend 20 years at LSU. It's going to take 20 years off your life. Damn it. If you have a chance to go to the Broncos or the Panthers, or hell, even the Browns job is a better job, because at least you have time to see your children once a week. Get some sleep. I guarantee you, Brian Schottenheimer does not have near the pressure that Steve Sarkisian had. It's not close.
No, it's not. And not only that, like at the end of the year, Brian Schottenheimer doesn't have Kenny Clark coming to him and saying, "Hey, man, the Packers are telling me they can give me $6 million. Can y'all match me? If not, I'm gonna go." Like, you're already under contract. It's a lot. The problem is, Mike, there are no more. The legacy coach is done. And I remember Kobe talking about, I tried everything in my power to get Coach K to come coach the Lakers. That was different. He had a legacy. Lou Holtz. We could go on and on. Sark, while UT is probably the best job in America, regardless of record, there's no legacy there. There's no real hard ties to UT to where I could be like, wonder what it would be like to coach Cam Ward and test it out. I just want to go see if I'm made for it. College, all the NCAA is not going anywhere. I can always go back. I mean, even Saban tried it out for a minute because he wasn't legacy at LSU at that time. But in the heart of Nick Saban being at Alabama, he got offered NFL jobs, but it was like, yo, I'm a legacy coach. You got 4 or 5 years now. You got 4 or 5 years. And if NFL comes knocking, you don't get to that level if you don't challenge yourself. These guys are always looking for the next challenge. And if the NFL comes calling and and Sark has a decent quarterback and he likes the GM, hell yeah, I could see him trying. Just let me go see what I got on Sundays. I could see that in a heartbeat. I think that's why Desmond probably said what he said. It was probably has something to do with Sundays, not Penn State or LSU.
Right. James Franklin just got fired at Penn State. They owe him $60 million guaranteed no matter what he does the rest of his life. He just got hired at Virginia Tech. Why? If my ass had $60 million, you wouldn't ever hear from me again. Or if I did get into coaching, I would go coach at like Arkansas State and just have fun again. It's not any fun being the head coach of Georgia or Texas or Alabama. There's no fun in that. You have to be crazy to continue to want to do that.
In this climate.
Yes. Traylor's different because he's already in his late 50s. He was in high school forever. He was an assistant and a recruiter in college for a long time. Traylor, I think, is the one wild card where, like, he'd take the Texas job if it were offered. Not that they would ever have the guts to offer it to him, because Jeff wants to still prove that he can do it on that kind of level. Jeff wants to see what he can do if he had a really big budget with money.
Totally different. Totally different.
But James Franklin, you've already been on that mountaintop for all these years. You have all that guaranteed money. I see where Jimbo Fisher's itching to get back in. Okay, unless you go coach at like Miami of Ohio, or you're going to go coach at like, I don't know, Arizona. I mean, not even Arizona. Like, if I have $50 million and I still want to coach for the fun of it, I might rather coach at, like, I don't know, Boise State. Because you don't have to deal with the bullshit that they deal with all the time. Now, Jeff has crap because he can't keep anybody. I might even go to a lower level than that. I want to go somewhere where I can just coach ball, like maybe like FBS 1 or whatever. I don't even know the name. I'd go like Montana. I go coach at Idaho State. It's more fun.
And maybe if Jay Soul in the chat is right, then yes, maybe Mike is right. James Franklin's crazy, because I'm gonna tell you this much: if they tell me, "Hey, if you take a job, I'm not giving you $60 million."
Yeah, but he already has made in the last 10 years.
I'm going. Regardless, though, Mike, if you owe me $60 million, you say all I got to do. It's like with you. You left iHeart, and they said, "Hey, for a year, You can't go make no money. But what I'm saying is, shit, if they got to pay me $60 million, then I'll go fishing and golfing until I get my $60 million.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not taking the Hokies. I'm not taking that job over $60 million. That's why it's like, okay, you really love this shit or you're crazy. Or you hate your wife.
Or you hate Penn State and you want to prove them wrong or something. You ain't proving them wrong at Virginia Tech. That ain't happening. It's crazy. Funny. So I was, watching all the games on Saturday. I noticed that Aflac has updated its commercials the last couple of weeks.
Is it Saban and Deion?
It's still Saban and Deion, but now they got this new bit where they need a commissioner of insurance, and the Duck has now become the commissioner of insurance. And you can just tell the way they word it and the way they look at Nick Saban. They're basically saying, because people have joked that Nick Saban should be the commissioner of a new college football league with some regulation with the wild ass payments. And Aflac's done some bits about that, some spoofs on Nick being the commissioner of something. No. It's the Aflac Ducks, the commissioner. So Deion and Nick are now going to they're following the Duck around as he goes to all of his meetings as the commissioner of Aflac. And I know what they're doing. I see you, Aflac. I see what you're doing. College football needs a college football league with a commissioner like the NFL has, with some regulation. Put some restrictions on what these kids just leaving you. Put a pay scale in or something. Make these kids sign a 2-year contract. You want to leave? That's great, but you got to pay a contract. Oh, and by the way, if you want to leave and you want to go to Ole Miss, then Ole Miss owes us the rest of your contract.
Yeah, it's like a soccer. Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
A grown man, you need to start getting treated like one. College football has decided, yeah, these kids are grown men, and they are. They're young men, but they're grown.
And they generate a lot of money.
They're letting them act like kids, but paying them like grown men, and that's bullshit. I don't know why you'd want to coach on that level.
I'm fine with getting paid, but we definitely you can't take $500,000 from Tennessee and then go and take $750 from Ole Miss. Like it's got to be either, or you owe me that money back, or Ole Miss owes us. And the Ole Miss will probably say, okay, well, we don't want them that bad. And then you end up staying. So I'm not mad at that. And if Sark does leave, Mike, to put the bow on it, he won't do it. He's happy. I remember when Bill Cowher first went to CBS and his name was the hottest name for the first 5 years of his career on CBS. And Bill finally realized, like, y'all going to pay me $1.5 million to sit here and yap for 15 minutes? I'm not going back to coaching. So he won't do it, but I would offer Nick Saban $15 million because that's the only guy that I can honestly think of that is worth my time and effort and that can actually come in and get the job done. He won't do it, but if Sark leaves, who was it, Conti?
Del Conti.
I gather up all my landmen and all my oil men and say, let's drive down to Alabama and drop a bag of money off in front of Nick and make him tell us no. I'd go after Nick Saban, but he's not going to do it.
No, I think Nick's probably having too much fun. But
he is.
But Nick might be the commissioner of the new college football league. He might do that. Which I think that's Nick quit.
I'm not mad at that either.
Money. Nick quit because of the ridiculous money.
He was tired of it. He was tired of it.
And it's not that he doesn't want the kids to get paid. There's just zero rules. There's no regulation whatsoever. Not really. Not for real. Not at all. Mike Check Hazen here. Or your family just doesn't want you around. Well, then if you have a family that don't want you around, fuck them. You should call Orlando Kelly and get a divorce and still be happy and be single and not have a divorce all the time. Speaking of, let's segue into people I want to punch on In the Building. You're on Love You Hard TV.
Now, it's time for people I want to punch on In the Building.
All right. What are you punching today, man, and why?
I'm going to punch the Cleveland Cavaliers, who have been fined by the NBA $100,000 because they're too stupid to lie to the NBA and say, hey, Donovan Mitchell and Mobley are both nursing hamstrings, and they just put rest. Now, the Cavs have played 5 games in 6 nights, and they had played 5 games in 6 nights, which is a lot, but it's a whole shit show in the NBA. And this is the thing, man, when Pop started this, because Pop started it, it was because there was a lot of tread missing from those tires. Donovan Mitchell and Mobley ain't played in enough playoff games to be resting. Combined, they make $92 million. Mobley makes 46, Mitchell makes 46. Go play. Go play. And I hate to be the old man in the rocking chair. Go fucking play, dude. Again, Steve Kerr brought this up. He said it never happened, but we should probably be around 72 games. And the high pace and the intensity because of analytics have caused the uptick in injuries, which is something you and I have been trying to figure out. What's up with these Achilles and what's up with these calves and what's up with these ACLs? Maybe it's the pace, maybe it's a lot of it, but at the end of the day, 46 million, man, you got to go play. So punch the Cavs for just being too stupid to lie. I appreciate the truth, but that's why your team sucks. You know, they don't suck. That's actually a pretty good basketball team. But rest, I know it's like a FU to the NBA for your scheduling. I get that, which is why Pop didn't just rest him, Tony Mano. He sent him home. That's why the league hit them with 250. But Adam Silver has a bunch of problems. He has a bunch of problems. Their scheduling sucks. There's too many games. You got a full-blown gambling situation going on. And you know that these guys are playing too much in few nights, but at the same time, you say you want them to play because you got to pay ABC and you got to pay Prime, you got to pay all these other people. NBA is in a weird spot to where teams are willing. I'll take the fucking fine since you're too stupid to schedule games. And, you know, Steve Kerr even said, you know, we played 4 games in 5 nights. It happened, but the NBA would give us the next 3 or 4 nights off. They ain't doing that anymore. So they got a lot on their plate in the NBA, but my punch is the Cavs for being too stupid to lie.
All right. I want to punch the Cleveland Browns owner.
Also, we both punch in Cleveland.
Yeah, Jimmy Haslett, the owner, and the idiot general manager and coach up there for waiting until now to give Shedeur Sanders a start. He's finally going to get a start this week. Hopefully his house won't get broken into again. I'm not saying the kid is going to be great. He's probably washed now because he got drafted by the wrong damn team and he hadn't played football in a long time. I'm not saying he's not arrogant and cocky and needed to whatever, blah, blah, blah. He got drafted by a team that had no intention of giving him an opportunity. They threw a draft pick away on him, which is horseshit. And it took the kid from Hawaii a massive concussion to finally get Shedeur in there. This asshole organization traded Joe Flacco to a division rival. They held Shedeur Sanders hostage, and they're only playing him because the other kid from Hawaii can't play. Dylan Gabriel's absolutely hurt, and you're out of people. So he's going to start this week. Just a dog shit organization that ought to be ashamed of itself. Still a better head coaching job than UT, just because you think Kevin Stefanski sleeps good at night? Sure. There's no pressure. We're gonna lose again. Who cares? They let me make trades in the division. I'm going to sleep 9 hours tonight. I might not even go to work tomorrow. Shit. You ain't going to have any impact.
Right.
Punch the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
All right. If you are indeed a person whose wife does not want you in the house, I hear husbands say that all the time. I got to get out of the house. She's tired of me being in the house. What kind of horseshit relationship is that? Call Orlando Kill. Free yourself. Especially if your kids are grown and you ain't got to worry about child support. The time is nigh. So many men wait till they're free when the kids are grown. Well, maybe that's you. Make the call, 210-775-4995. And I'm not on here cheering for divorce. I'm on here cheering for men to take control of their health, physical, mental, emotional. Why do you want to spend whatever days you got left if you're in your 50s with that biatch if you don't want to be with her? Do her a favor. Set her free. Maybe she can go be happier or be miserable somebody else that just ain't got to be with you. It is OrlandoKillLaw@gmail.com, 210-775-4995 or OrlandoKillLaw@gmail.com. Rudy just touched on something here. Steve Kerr did get into this. They asked him about it. The schedule, injuries. Now Giannis is out. They're worried about him. Wemby is now going to miss at least 2 weeks. Poor Boban Wemby. Did y'all see him dribbling on the side yesterday? Oh, yeah, Bouquet ran the video. He looks like the kid that just moved into the new neighborhood and no one knows him yet. He's just going to go there. He's just going to go to the playground and just kind of dribble and try to get noticed. Hey, dude, what's your name? You want to play? Okay.
Yeah.
I felt bad. So they're being uber cautious. They insist he's fine. but he has a sore calf. And they do not want this to turn into Tyrese Halliburton. They do not want to turn this into the guy in Boston. They do not want this to become blown out Achilles.
It happened to Kevin Durant. It happened to Kevin Durant his last year with the Warriors.
Uh-huh. And Kerr got into this philosophical discussion with reporters, and Steve is a guy that will get into these philosophical discussions.
He'll tell you what's on his mind.
Steve was saying, and watch out, old school. You're about to get your psyche blown away. And I think me and Rudy are on the same page on this. Steve was saying these kids are getting hurt easier now because the league's asking more of our players than ever before. Yeah, we'd played 3 games in a row back in the 80s, but then we'd get 5 days off. Steve was saying, I think my numbers may be off, but he was basically saying, we played 17 days in the last 25 days. We played 17 games.
They played the most in the league. In the entire league, the Warriors have played the most.
Yeah. Because they're the Warriors, and the league wants them on national television every other night. We played 17 games in 22 days. We've had in 13 different cities, by the way. We've been on the road a shit ton. 13 cities over 3 weeks, 17 games. And it's just in the style of play now. Everything's fast-paced, run down the court, shoot a 3. There's no more set up the big man, point guard walks the floor down, calls a play. It's run and gun, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. It's the pace, it's the style, it's the schedule. And Steve's correct. These kids aren't soft. They're being asked to play harder. So I don't get triggered, baby boomers. These kids in the NBA now are being asked to do way more things physically than anybody's ever been asked to do before in the league.
And the other thing he mentioned that is key, especially like, let's say you're a team with a bunch of young guys, and then we have a lot of those because a lot of teams are rebuilding because 75% of the NBA sucks. The stat that was eye-opening, Mike, was 0 practices. So how am I supposed to develop? If I'm Mitch Johnson and we got this type of schedule, how am I supposed to get good, solid work for Carter Bryant? How am I supposed to develop these guys on the bench? You want me to just throw them in the fire? They've not practiced, and that's what he said. He's like, yeah, with the Bulls, we'd have 3-4 days off, and you know what we do in those 3-4 days off? We get in some really good practice time. Mm-hmm. A lot of these dudes are under 25. And I know you were like, oh, they're pros. No, your pros practice. Michael Jordan was the best practice player. He wasn't only the best player ever, he's the best practice player as well ever. Never lost a sprint. But if I'm the Hornets or I'm Orlando or I'm whoever, I'm not getting to practice, and then you also want me to win games? I just played Giannis, then I played Joker, then I played Steph Curry, then I played Wemby, and you want me to get these 22-year-olds ready to play these guys with no practice time, just flights and 2 a.m. meals, getting to a hotel? It's not realistic. Again, compiling this 8-patty burger of problems that Adam Silver has.
It's funny. The Spurs are about to play Atlanta tomorrow night. We have tickets. Not going to see Wemby. Not going to see Steph. He's out at least another week. It's a hip flexor. Have you ever had a hip flexor? Those are not fun. I've strained my hip before. It wasn't dunking a basketball. It was probably just like jogging. But anyway, so Atlanta's in here tomorrow night. They're 9-6. They got beat by Detroit last night. They're off tonight. They probably flew to town. They're probably in a hotel today. So the word in Atlanta is that the Hawks appear to be better off without Trae Young, who's not played at all this season. And they're 9-6 without Trae. Trae's label is he's kind of an overrated ball hog. And we're more of a team. The players aren't saying that, but people in Atlanta that watch the Hawks every night. And I'm thinking, well, you never got an opportunity to build any chemistry with Trae Young and your other guys. Because Atlanta's constantly bringing in new players. Guys are constantly coming and going because they're not very good, and they have all these rookies and kids. When in the hell are you ever going to develop any chemistry when you never get to practice? Ever. Right. Atlanta's the team you just talked about, never getting the young team that never has a chance to develop ever. And now all of a sudden Trae Young's a ball hog and we're better off without him. Well, shit, you never get to practice with the guy. It's part of it. It's part of it. So, I'm less worried about Wemby. And like I said yesterday, If it's in the NBA is not going to reduce the schedule.
It's never gonna happen.
No, and they don't want to compete with the NFL. They're not going to let the season. The other solution, other than reduce the number of games, is extend the season by another month. Draw the season out longer.
Play the finals in July. There's nothing going on.
I totally with you on that. I don't understand that. They don't want to fuck with training camp in the NFL, I guess.
And there's no good reason, Mike, other than this is the way we've always done it. Just extend it into July.
Right.
Why don't they call us and hire us? This shit is not that hard.
We have all the answers. I don't get it. We're here. Someone shared the word. We have over 1 million views now on our channel. Someone out there help us get the word out. Me and Rudy need to. I don't want to be the commissioner. I want to be a consultant, work in the background, give my opinion. All right. Put this logo right at the forefront. We want to highlight these people here. It is Olympus Solar. If you are in the market for solar, I mean, hell, Christmas is coming up. Maybe get mama some solar for Christmas on the roof. Hey, I found a way to reduce our electric bill big time. Maybe you don't want solar panels on the roof. That's cool. We'll put some out in the yard. Maybe we need a new generator. It is about to start getting cold. You never know when you might need a backup generator, especially you boys living up in the hill country and down south. It is Olympus Solar and Generators and Batteries. They are the official solar company of In the Building, and they also work with GC Services Roofing, the official roofing company of our show. It is GC Services Roofing. Over 25 members now have gotten roofs redone and look beautiful with GC Services Roofing. A couple of people have elected to go ahead and put solar on after they got the roofs put on there, and that's where Olympus came in, because Olympus and GC Services work in cahoots together with a lot of their projects. Thank you to Olympus Solar and GC Services Roofing. Yes, sir.
No, I got nothing.
Oh, okay. All right. Bouquet, are you still with us? Are we good? You alive? You good?
We're alive.
All right. Okay. Just making sure you're on track. Meanwhile, I like to pull you on every once in a while just to. I'm you see the kid that sits in the back, and I worry about you, so I want to call on you every once in a while. Sure. Just make sure you're okay. Bouquet's that kid. Kids that look like him get right on teachers' radars. Something going on here with this kid at home.
I would definitely ask Bookie. I would definitely ask him, what's your life like at home?
And I would share entirely too much.
Oh, nothing. I saw my mom's tits this morning. I'm down.
Yeah. The head of my penis was stuck inside a skin sack till I was 7, and I got warped that way. And
I used to get my penis caught on my zipper all the fucking time.
This is what I get for calling on. I just wanted to make sure you were okay. That's all.
When my grandma died, I was the only one of my siblings that was called upon to give a speech because I'm me, and I proceeded to talk about my penis during the speech, which was fun.
Have you heard this before, Rudy? He's told this to me and Nina before. He spoke at his grandma's funeral and panicked and talked about the time he got his shit caught in his zipper. Were they at least laughing, or was it super awkward and weird?
I got some laughs. I got a chuckle or two.
How old were you when you did this speech?
This was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
I partially blame the family, though. They know him. Why would they have his ass go up there and speak?
The last thing I'm thinking about,
your brother didn't want to do it.
I'm thinking about when I'm talking about my grandma. I could talk about us, sleepovers and spankings, and her giving me $1 for snow cones, and her making me go to church. Yeah. Penis doesn't cross my mind when I'm talking about the legacy of my grandma, Bookie.
Were you at her
she helped me got my penis get unstuck.
Oh, you helped. Oh, she got it unstuck. Still though.
Yeah.
And this was. I thought you were 13.
No, this is like 2 years ago. Yeah, I told everyone was concerned. Obviously, then when he was like, "Oh, Jose's gonna speak," what? Really? He's gonna speak?
God.
Like my grandmother played with my penis before she died.
That happened to Ben Stiller in Something About Mary.
Mm-hmm.
Bouquet is Ben Stiller in Something About Mary. Oh my God, he is that guy. He's that actor. He's that character. He's that personality.
I've never watched it.
I just wanted to make sure you were doing okay. I didn't
Yeah,
mean to
bye.
do all that. Sorry. I'm sure
Bye.
you're okay. All right. Thank you, Miko. Okay. By the way, about LeBron, the second best player of all time.
He came back last night.
His record 23rd season he has now appeared in, and they scored 140 on the Utah Jazz. Have you worried about LeBron messing with Luka's chemistry, or you now think the Lakers might be able to become elite now that Luka's had time to be there for a while and LeBron needs to be little buddy, not the other way around, right? It's Luka's team with LeBron running side saddle. Is that going to work for them? And are they a threat next year? Well, next spring in the
as long as he takes the D Wade route. Now, LeBron is right. Last night, in true cocky LeBron fashion, he's earned the right to be cocky. He's one of the best to ever do it. I don't know why y'all were ever questioning me. I can fit in with anybody. And I'm like, that's a LeBron answer. But he's right because, hell, we criticize him for his first 10 years in the league of being too much of a facilitator. So I don't think they'll have a problem. I just know, somebody's getting less shots. I don't know. It's going to be, as long as it's Reeves, I would still have LeBron as the second option. But if Luka's not the clear-cut number one option in handling the ball majority of the time, then they won't be elite.
I've already given up on OKC. I know they're going to win the championship. I just want to try to enjoy the rest of the season and see the Spurs develop and take that next step. Why do I hate OKC so much? I'm not really sure. Like, I look to next fall and next spring, I'm like, who could possibly beat them in a 7-game series? If I'm running a Nike child factory in Tamraset, Algeria, I'm telling the kids, just go ahead and put Thunder Champions on it now, and so y'all can go home early. Is it maybe that's why I hate them? Maybe they're so favored. They're so much better than everybody. Maybe that's why I hate them.
And you're probably going to hate them more because if Kawhi decides to pout and not play this season and everything continues the way it looks, the Clippers are awful. OKC has their first round pick. If the Clippers, it's if the Clippers season, if the Clippers season goes in the sewer because it's just so much nastiness surrounding them, OKC has their pick. So you may hate them more. I don't know if it's because it's OKC, the city. I don't know if it's the players that we really like. While Shea is all world, all everything, he's not one of those guys that I don't see, because again, it's all about the passerby and big business with sports. It's like, can you make Mike Taylor stop what he's doing and watch you? You're gonna watch Steph if you click on the steps there. I don't think you do that with OKC. I don't know if they have a guy that makes the passerby want to stop down and root for or root against.
Also, some of it has to do, and this may be crazy.
I don't know what it is. It's weird.
Chet Holmgren has one of the most punchable faces in the NBA.
He does.
I just want to punch him in the face.
He does. He has a punchable face.
I hate them. And then what are they, 14-1?
It's weird.
Who the hell beat them?
I think the Lakers.
Really? You sure?
Yeah, the Lakers beat. And then they proceeded to beat the Lakers by 40 the next night because they got pissed off.
Well, it was one of those little 2-game twofers.
Yeah.
And Jalen Williams hadn't even played yet, right?
They're really, really, really good. And they love it. And the scariest part about it, they love each other.
I know.
There's not that.
All
there's
young,
not that like,
all paid,
man.
They're all under contract. They have number 1 picks coming still. They haven't even used all their draft picks that they've been traded for all these years.
They're really good.
They suck. I hate them. Probably just jealousy. All right, makes you want to drink. Texas Cheer Liquor is the place to do that. The official liquor store of In the Building is Texas Cheer Liquor. And Rudy touched on this yesterday. They have an engraving coming up soon.
Yeah, they do. Monday, November 24th at Texas Cheer Liquor number 6. You buy Gentleman Jack, Herradura, Woodford Reserve, or Jack Daniels, you get the engraving for free. So, you want to gift somebody something, you would get your Christmas gift out the way if you want for pops or uncle or your husband or your wife, because they do have the tequila. Can't think of a better place to do it than Texas Cheer Liquor. They've been doing this since I've been in business with them. Great thing is always a good turnout. We did one in June out at Texas Cheer Liquor #1. Great turnout by in the building. Hope to see y'all out Monday on the 24th as well.
Yeah,
Great
2
gift.
locations, noon to 3 at the Boulevardier and
2.
Evans Stone Oak location. That we had a show there not long ago, and then from 4 to 7 they'll be down at the one store #1, the OG way out on Petrenko. So 2 different locations, and of course at all Texas Cheer Liquors, whether you're getting the engraving, make sure you get some other stuff to go, and make sure you get your in the building discount 5% at all 7 area Texas Cheer Liquors when you mention in the building. All right, what are y'all doing the rest of the day?
What do I got today?
Bouquet, do you have pants with zippers on them still, or do you just go to like Velcro patch up pants like little boys wear?
No, I've got my same pajama pants on that I've had
there you
this
go.
whole week.
You won't get your dick caught if you wear pajamas all day long.
Yep. So there you go. Perfect
How many pair of PJs do you have for your daily wear?
3, but I only wear 1.
When's the last time you washed those PJs you're wearing there?
Since before my bachelor party, because I haven't put up the clean clothes that I cleaned before my bachelor party.
Okay, Rudy, what are you doing today, sir? You got stuff to do? Working?
No, I'm
trying to make small talk here.
I got nothing the rest of the day.
You guys ask questions, I'm here to answer them.
I'm probably trying to get a walk in. That's about it.
Get a walk in. All right. Well, good. Eat right, get a walk in, and rub one out, maybe. You know, you said 21 a month.
We got to start warming up. December 1st is coming, fellas. If y'all didn't miss yesterday's show, we're doing a 21 nut challenge. Mm-hmm. According to the people at Harvard, you need to nut 21 times to keep the prostate cancer away. Colon.
That's correct.
Colon or prostate. One of the two. Keep some cancer away. 21 busts a month, which is a
these
lot.
Dumbass millennials, these dumbass Gen Zers and millennials do the no nut November or whatever. Morons.
I ain't never doing that. Never doing that.
Idiots.
Semen retention.
1 foot in a grave, man. Young people are weird. They don't wash clothes. They can't zip up their pants, and they have no nut November.
And they bring up their penis at their grandma's funeral.
Gross. I have Busted Nut December coming up just in time for Christmas. All right, we're done. Thanks, everybody who was a part of this one. Please share this with your friends. Tell us about it. Share. Hit that like button. That's how we get into the algorithm, to get that next 1 million views. To get into the algorithm, you have to hit like and then share the thing. The more you like this show, YouTube will slam us into the algorithm and this thing will blow up. All right, love y'all hard. Stick around, boys. I'm going to talk to y'all about something when we get done. All right, y'all. Later. Peace out, everybody.
We gotta keep on doing. You can